What's up? It's Ryman. Shit. I just want to say thank you to all the people who sent their encouragement and their nice words and all that. I was really surprised because, you know, wasn't expecting it. But yeah, meeting the parents is always something. It could be something good, something bad. And, being a foreigner in Japan, there's a chance that it can go horribly wrong. So, once again, thank everyone who were so kind to send such kind messages. Alright, so let me finish this up. Let me tell you what happened. So, after I bought the flour and the candy, I headed to the train. It's Yokohama Station, so I'm used to it. So I just went there, got on a train, sat down, and I was reading this book a friend of mine wrote, and I was reading on the iPad. So I was reading it from my house to Yokohama, switched trains. So now I'm on a train. I went to go look for my iPad. I looked to the left. That's my right. And I looked to the right. And there was no iPad. I looked behind me. I looked everywhere. There was no iPad. Somehow I must have left it somewhere in Yokohama Station. If y'all know Yokohama Station, you know it's a huge station. And yeah, that's how it went down. And I couldn't get off the train because I was meeting my girlfriend in her home city at a certain time. If I would have went back and retraced my steps. So, you know, yeah, that's what it is. So I'm on a train. Now, the reason I was upset about losing the iPad is because, well, besides the fact that I bought it, was I was reading a book. And the book was real interesting. And this is a long ass trip, so I want to have something to read. Luckily, I had my iPhone, so I downloaded the PDF and was reading on that small ass screen. And that was that. So I made my mind up when I come back from my girlfriend's house, I'll look the for the iPad. So I'm on a train, and it's a train, nothing spectacular. A lot of people were there, but I had a seat. I had a corner seat. Corner seats are right next to the corner, and there was a seat next to me, and this guy comes running down the aisle, running, which I thought it was kind of weird. He was running kind of weird, and he sits next to me, and he's kind of like bouncing around, like he must have been 30 something, 32 or whatever. And he's bouncing around, bouncing, 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 looking out the window, kind of like a little kid, first time on the train. And I'm whatever. I'm in my book, so but I can see him because I'm reading from a small ass iPhone screen, so I'm not immersed in the book. I'm kind of distracted by him, just everything he does. So then, at one point, the man gets up, like imagine you're on a toilet seat and you're about to wipe your butt. That's what he does. He gets up, about that. He sticks his hand behind his back. He starts scratching his ass. Scratch, 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 scratch. And I'm like, that's strange. But then, if you got to scratch your ass, you got to scratch your ass. Who am I to stop a man from scratching his ass? So then he does this 3 more times. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. Strange. But on the trains in Japan, you see strange things like that. A couple years ago, I was on a morning train going to school, and this guy, it was a packed train, so everybody was kind of squished to begin with. We're all squished together. And this guy was next to me. He was looking out the window, breathing all heavy, like, and he was fogging up the window, right? Which, once again, if he wants to do that, that's his prerogative. I don't care. But then he proceeds to lick the window. I'm like, why? Now, once again, I don't care if he's licking the window, but then at the same time, if he's licking the window, he might turn around and lick me and be like, ooh, chocolate. And that's not happening in the Rhyming Gaijin world. So I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing. I was just making sure I was ready to take what necessary steps I need to take to keep him from licking my face. Anyway, back to this guy who's sitting next to me. He's scratching his ass, and you know it's strange when Japanese people walk away. Because, you know, he's Japanese, I'm a Gaijin, she's Japanese. So this lady's looking at him, scratching his ass. He does a couple more times, she shakes her head, and she just bounces out to the next train. And I'm like, maybe I should do that too. You know, while in Rome, do as the Romans do. But I'm like, this is a corner seat, which is my favorite seats to have. I don't like being stuck in between people, etc., etc. Anyway, after the lady leaves, he starts picking his nose and licking it. I confirmed it. I was going to make a video of it, but then once again, if he wants to lick or suck on his finger after he shoves it in his nose, yeah. Anyway, I'm just telling you how it went. You know, my mindset. So finally, some lady, I think it's his mom or sister, comes down and gives him candy, and then it's like, because I don't think he was mentally all there. Because, but after the fact, I was like, how come she didn't give me any candy? Because it was the real good candy, kind of like gummy bears, and I was like, I want some gummy bears. I'm the one sitting next to him. If he has a freaking seizure, it's me who's gonna be all daijoubu, daijoubu. But yeah. So anyway, that was the train ride. Nothing spectacular. That was him. Finally, he did get off the train. I'm reading my story, which is incidentally about riding on trains in Japan. You know, it's funny. So I get to the station, and